Good morning, y'all. Man, it is gloomy outside, but we got results one, so it doesn't matter what the weather's like. I always get to show you something. Good morning. It is 10:02. It is February 19th. And I'm hanging out here in West Osceola County to explore kind of the Sunset Walk area / Margaritaville. So one of the things I've recently realized that when we just cruise, you guys really like that. When we just go explore something without a question, you guys tend to be more reactive to that. So I think I'm going to trickle a little bit of that in within our education segments. But today we're just going to cruise around this area. I've only been out here at night for some law enforcement duties and stuff like that, but not recreationally with you guys or out here to actually see what is going on. So I'm going to see things as you see them for the very first time. Right now we're cruising through Sunset Walk area / Margaritaville, and we're going to explore pretty much everything that it's got, plus obviously talk about a little traffic safety throughout it. So there's a few of these roundabouts here as you enter Sunset Walk, which is located just north of Margaritaville. A lot of pedestrian signage, so you want to make sure that you're paying attention while you're out here. If we wanted to go into Sunset Walk, we would go into that far right area, which we will do, but first I just want to drive around a little bit. We'll go see where Margaritaville is located specifically, and it's just a nice fun ride along with Trooper Steve on the west side this morning. So if you're already not aware, it's going to be an ugly day outside today, so I need you guys to be as cautious as you can. And I almost forgot, I have our really nice camera hooked up this morning. We can check that out. So that's the main entrance there to Margaritaville Resort. You can see pretty grand entrance, but beachy like. We'll drive right up into it. Why not? Because we can. And as you're cruising through here, a few things to remember. It's obviously a lot of tourist people in this area, a lot of kids, a lot of families, so you always just want to make sure that you're being as safe as possible, trying to find a good drive cut through area this morning. So you always just want to be aware of that. Yes, it is private property, but at the same time, it's got public access and things like that. So nice little entrance there to Margaritaville Resort. Again, we're talking here the one on the West Osceola County. There is the new one getting built up in the Daytona area, which is super nice. So what I found out over in this area is it has huge entertainment. So you're not having to travel all the way into Disney Springs. You're not having to go all the way into maybe Kissimmee, Orlando, if you're staying out here on the west side enjoying the attractions. So Sunset Walk is all yours. And I'm talking walking distance from all the resorts in this area. So pretty cool. Here they've got a few pretty unique restaurants. First one off to the west here, off to the left side of your screen is going to be Yeoman's. It's a Topgolf swing edition style. So you're hanging out, but you're pitching in there, which is really cool. A few different locations that I've never heard of. El Jefe's Tequilas. It's a little cantina spot. This is a place I've been wanting to go. Ford's Garage. All right, guys. Let me see if this side camera's showing any better shot here. It definitely is. So Ford's Garage, there's a few locations throughout Central Florida. Pretty awesome themed place. Crystal Moyer and her husband recently went here, and she said it was an absolute blast, and the theme was totally cool. So if you're looking for a car theme, good night out with the family, or just hanging out with some friends, probably a good spot. What else they have here? Fat Tuesdays off on the right. Of course, your little spots here, so fresh. And then, of course, you need your sweet treats, guys. Look at that. World famous pralines off to the side here. And then keeping with the theme, the beach theme over on this side, Bahama Bucks. So it looks like, what are those things called? I'm going to phone a friend here. If you can remember it, anybody on YouTube or my producer Thomas, what are those things, those fruits, purple, and people put granola on it? Why am I drawing such a blank right now? Yep. Acai bowl, Thomas. Yes. This is why we have producers, because we would be absolutely lost without them. So acai bowl, totally beach vibing in here. Let's see what else we've got going on. Early morning, so they're doing a lot of work out here this morning, which is totally cool. As not a lot of pedestrian traffic, not a lot of things open either. Oh, this is the place I've wanted to go out to. Check this one out. Off to the right side of your screen, I'm going to pop that camera up. This is a location that Bridget Ellison was talking about this morning. And Gloria Estefan, remember Bongos in downtown Disney, see? In Disney Springs, owned by the Estefans. I guess this is Estefan Kitchen. Super themed, obviously. It looks gorgeous. Looks like the food would be absolutely amazing. So I have to check that out. But yeah, Bridget was talking about this morning. Your morning team, obviously, a super foodie place. So if you're joining us, we're on Margaritaville Boulevard right now in Sunset Walk. Just kind of cruising around this morning and showing you a little bit what's out and about, not in the hustle and bustle, but maybe on the outskirts and places that you don't even really need to travel far. Maybe you need a pair of shoes. They got Skechers, a wood fire rotisserie, cowboy chicken. All right. They slow roast on a spit for 2 hours, it says. Nice. All right. So as we're cruising through, there's a lot of, what I'm noticing, there's a lot of beachy themed places, but maybe not commercially popular, which kind of gives you a really cool vibe that you're somewhere else, even though you're in the west side of Osceola County. Lizzie's Memphis style barbecue. All right. Sunny Sides is probably the only breakfast spot I've seen doing some smoothies and sandwiches. You guys all better love News 6 because everyone's getting a free commercial right now. We've got Bento. Okay, I know Bento. I think most of you guys know Bento. Bento's a really good spot. So let's see. If we work our way out of here, we'll continue. But you have to pay attention because there are a lot of stop here, slow here, yield here, pedestrian crossings and stuff like that, because obviously this is a pedestrian area. Now you might be thinking traffic and parking is super limited. You are 100% correct, but they've got you covered for that. So there is an entire parking area that we're going to go into. And I'll show you here in 1 second. Got to yield, remember. Someone was in there. We'll pull on out here. I'm going to have to try this place. I do not have an arm. I am not athletic, guys. You guys already know that. But, so you pull off behind the strip in front of Margaritaville. Here you got Studio Movie Grill, which is a movie theater and eatery. You have, if you're crazy, I know Crystal Moyer would be all over this, Slingshot. We've got a few of these across Central Florida. 400 feet at 100 mile an hour. That's what you say. No, thank you. So out here as well, this is that parking I was talking about. Look, check this out. Huge, huge parking lots. And it's just on the opposite side of Main Strip. So, okay. Like I said, your morning team loves food. So this 77 Brazilian steakhouse, this is what Bridget was telling me about. So if you guys don't know, my wife's Brazilian. And I absolutely love Brazilian food. It's amazing. Farofa, you put that on anything, it just elevates it, gives it texture. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting on one of my tangents. But this is like a Brazilian steakhouse, but you get up, so you don't have to flip the card. You just get up and get what you want. So, kind of cool. All right. This is a pretty neat area. And then, so you guys know, there's an entire shopping center, one of those kind of staple cookie cutter shopping centers right on the other side over here that has like a TJ Maxx, grocery store, there's an ale house, all that routine stuff that we're normally seeing. So if you're just joining us this morning, first, I'm so glad you guys are just cruising around with me, because that's literally all we're doing at this moment, is just cruising around with no intention of just kind of showing you guys what Margaritaville, Osceola County has going on. Make sure you complete those stops even when you're areas like this. But I'm just cruising this morning. I wanted to come out here. I haven't been out here yet during the daytime. I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride. I thought it'd be really cool just to see how this area looks. Just waving hi to the security officer there. Thank you for what you do, ma'am. Oh, and then we'll end it going over here. Look at this. I'm learning stuff too, guys. So this is, I think, Island H2O theme park, water park. Now, I would never recommend what this security guard's doing, walking in the middle of the travel lane with her back to traffic. Probably not the best idea, but hey, you do you. If you're looking to live out here, they sell locations. But see what I was talking about right across the street? All that cookie cutter style location. So you've got your Kiki's, Outback, Texas Roadhouse, all that fun stuff. But right next door to here, where we're going to pull out and then we'll end it over here, is Island H2O theme park, water park. I still think it's a thing, right? Should be. We're stopped. Hold on. Yeah. H2O, Island H2O Live. Excuse me. I'm seeing there. And this area also is, just so you guys know, is heavily patrolled. So the Osceola County Sheriff's Office is responsible for this side of the county. Obviously, all portions, they're the county sheriff's office, but they do patrol this area heavily. They have zones and off-duty work that also happen within Sunset, and which allows for coverage pretty much all the time. But what I was talking about, look, Island H2O off to the right-hand side over here. Fairly large water park. Is it even open anymore? I don't know. But main entrance, right off of Inspiration, US 192, Margaritaville, a little kind of secluded area out on the west side that most people would not even know is happening, is thriving, where if you're going to the theme parks and you're staying here, this is a very, very easy way for you to avoid the hustle and bustle of downtown Orlando and not have to get into all that traffic mess on a normal basis. This would pretty much sector you off to the southwest portion of Central Florida, but still allowing you to commute in a way that you avoid I-4 and all that downtown mess. Even if you're going to the northern parks, Universal, SeaWorld, Fun Spot, Disney, things like that, all are tucked onto kind of like a shoulder of Central Florida. And this just shows, hey, it's a one-stop shop. You can do anything you need to out here. You have nightlife after the parks and things like that. So appreciate you guys just going on a random ride with me this morning. We'll end it out here one more time in the roundabout. Hope you guys have an amazing and safe day. Be weather aware, please. Make sure that you have your gear ready. And if you don't need to drive in it later on this evening, please don't. I believe it's going to start around 3 o'clock. And always just make sure you have the Pinpoint weather app ready to rock and roll. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See you guys.